You know those times when you have so many thoughts going through your head that it almost feels like you're going insane? Yeah, that's how I felt a few days back. And the interesting thing is, the last time that I was in the space where I was just thinking way too much about things was about midway through 2023, which was a significantly long time ago. And the interesting thing is, in both these cases, when I've been overthinking a lot, one common thing that when I look back, I realize is that, during these periods, I'm having more free time throughout my day than usual where I just do nothing. I recently cut out most of my editing in these videos purely because I just want to experiment and see how it goes. And because of that, that gives me an extra 1 hour or so where I'm honestly doing nothing. Maybe I might sleep, maybe I might just freaking mess around. Nah, I'm not doing anything. And I know that sounds nice, but it really isn't, because when you've been on self-improvement for a while, you get into this mode where your mindset, you just want to be productive no matter what. There's been days when, for example, if you've been working hard for a period of time, you could relate probably. When you're tired and let's say you have to go to the gym, you would rather go to the gym than sleep and take rest, because your mind just wants to keep moving forward. It just wants to do something. You don't feel great when you're not doing something. And that's exactly how I feel. And now, because of that, since I'm having more extra time, I'm literally having more time to think about things that I usually wouldn't even care about. I have been honestly overthinking about my goals, overthinking of, I've been going to the gym last couple of weeks. I haven't really put on too much muscle. Do I need to bulk up? Do I need to eat more? Am I training the right way? Am I training the wrong way? Am I not getting enough sleep? All these thoughts have just flooded into my mind. I mean, it's honestly out of nowhere. The time I'm spending thinking about it has just gone up hugely. Even if you're not exactly on self improvement or you're working towards your goals or anything, I do think that if a person is overthinking, that person is very like hold on, that person is very likely to have a lot of free time in the day. Because imagine this, you imagine you're a person who just works out throughout the day. You're constantly doing things. Your mind is so focused on doing that task that you're not going to be having the capacity to think about something else, unless you are just idle and doing nothing. Obviously then you can have the capacity to think about these things. Otherwise, if you're working on something, you're not going to be thinking about stuff. It's You can't focus on two things at the same time. And as you grow up, let's face it, we have more responsibilities to take care of and stuff. So now when you have free time, you're thinking about, damn, I got to get good grades in school. What is my career going to be like? What is my future going to be like? Relationships, yada, yada, yada. And all these thoughts that you wouldn't, I mean, it's significant to think about, but most times you're not going to worry about it too much. Now suddenly enter your mind and you're like, damn, what the freaking heck do I do? If I have one piece of advice, honestly, just to start incorporating more things into your day, because well, it's very likely that if you're having this issue, you're not doing much throughout your day. Maybe your life is going to school, coming back, and that's it. You do whatever the heck you want after that. And I don't think it would hurt you to add more things into your day, because when you add more things into your day, you're not only going to get results out of the things that you're doing, but the time that you have to, just do nothing decreases. Hence, the time that you get to think about stuff, overthink about stuff, decreases as well. Because a few couple of weeks back, I was constantly, I don't want to boast about doing stuff and stuff. Yeah, you get my point. I don't want to boast about how hard I'm working or anything like that, but I was constantly doing things. I wake up at 6 a.m., I do something, then I move on to something else, and I move on to something else, and then I freaking go to bed. There is no room in between for me to really think about things too much. But because I'm getting that extra 1 hour or so of free time, that's enough for me to really overthink on a bunch of things that I don't even really care about. Why don't you? I'm sure all of us have had those thoughts. Okay, let me just create a business. Or what would it be like if I created a business? Oh, maybe I could go to the gym, or maybe I could dial in more into my diet and build a better physique. Why don't you actually take action now? Because if you have that time, why not use it to improve yourself? I don't want to keep saying improve yourself, but really literally improve yourself. Go create a social media page, start posting content. Give yourself a better chance of succeeding in your future. Like, why not? And honestly, I think most of you already do these stuff, but it's very likely that you're not doing it enough, or you're not putting as much effort into it as you possibly could. Because I've seen multiple people, oh, I go to the gym. How often? 2 days a week. Oh, yeah, I focus on protein. How many times a day? Maybe once a week. So if you could really dial into the things that you're interested in, it's like most of your day will get occupied. And when most of your day is occupied, your mind is occupied too. And you're not going to have much breathing space in your head to think about. I don't know what you guys think about, but yeah. And you may ask, what correlation does working hard have to overthinking? Well, I just explained it to you. Time. It's all about time. The amount of time and capacity and space really you give to your mind to think about things, that will go down. honestly, just go make yourself busy. And in all honesty, even after that, if you're really overthinking, because every one of us are gonna overthink to a little bit, like it happens like every day. I think a bit more about things than I need to. That's natural for everyone. But when it gets to the point where you're having like 50 different thoughts in your head in a single day, that's when it becomes a problem. And that's when it has been becoming a problem for me the last couple of days. Just incorporate more stuff. Unless you're experimenting with stuff like me and you know how to get out of it, start incorporating more things into your day. That should help you a lot. And like focus on them. Don't just do it for the sake of it. Yep. Bye.